Hey out there, YouTubers and fidget spinner fans, Alan back again. And today I have an Amazon spinner that I got. This is a Nomad Q2, which is a bar spinner. Looks a lot like a bow tie. Kind of mixed thoughts on this one, as I am with most bar spinners. They really, they're going to need a lot to really win me over, other than say maybe the Tank or the Secret Service or the Fidget-N-Style, which are smaller bar spinners, which I don't mind. The bigger bar spinners like this one have a tendency to get that very, very violent wobble when you turn them over. And to me, that's something that I've really had a problem wrapping my head around. So what I'll do is, I'm still going to give you this and give you my honest opinion on this and what I think about it and how it spins. It appears to spin pretty well. It's got a nice R188 bearing in it, so it does have that going for it. So without any further ado, let's take this down to the tabletop. We'll take it apart, we'll look at it, and I'll give you more of my thoughts on it. So let's head on down there and break it down right now. All right, up close and personal time with the Nomad Pro Q2 spinner. Comes in a standard round tin. It does have their name etched into it. Nomad spinners. Nice clear film to see it through there. And then, of course, on the back you have talks a little bit about the hand spinner, and then the warning for impact or fall can cause damage. Keep out of reach of children. It is a solid brass spinner, so it does have a little weight to it. And of course, going at a high speed like that, I guess it could cause some damage. So just a little bit of a warning there. They stayed on there, so they are looking out for children. So let's go ahead and pop it out of here. It comes in a nice, it's got the nice cutout foam for it to fit. Solid brass. It's got nice brass buttons. I've polished them up a little bit on this spinner, but you can see it. It's kind of has a bow tie kind of look to it. I kind of like the looks of it. Looks really nice. It's not maybe a little bit more could have been done with quality control on this. The corners are a little, they do have a little sharpness to them. This raised area here is not so bad. There's like some machining marks or something on there. Don't know how well you can see them. I'll try and get it to focus for you. Right there, you could probably see them along the edges there. And I'm getting that, not so bad on this side. But this side for sure has some, looks like machining marks or something on them right there. But yeah, other than that, and the edges maybe just a touch, like I said, just a touch on the sharp side. Not horrible. Not going to cut you on it, but maybe as far as comfort goes for fidgeting this. Now, this is a bar type spinner, and my personal preference is for tri-spinners. I like tri-spinners more, and here's the reason why. You take a spinner like this and you turn it and you get this violent kind of knocking feel to it, and it loses a lot of momentum, just a ton of momentum. You take a smaller fidget spinner that's the bar type, like let's say maybe like the Fidget-N-Style, the Secret Service style spinner. You don't get that. I think that's just because the arms are so short. But now if you're holding this thing flat, or let's say in a vertical spin like so, it does just fine. Absolutely just seems to spin for days. I am running a spin test up in the corner, as you can probably see. I'll try and see if I can zoom this in just a touch. And you can see it spins very nice on the table. Not a problem. It's just when you go to rotate it over, that's where you can really hear it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin it. Make sure that make sure the buttons are nice and tight, which they are, and I'm gonna put it up, and I'm gonna do that by the microphone. and already it's lost a lot of momentum. So you do have that to deal with. It is gonna lose momentum and make a little noise and kind of jut around in your hands when you're spinning it, when you turn it like that. So that's just one of the characteristics, and it will loosen the buttons up as well. That's just a characteristic of a bar spinner. So it does have a nice R188 bearing in it, and it does have the bearing locking collar system on it, which is a good thing. So if you need to take it out and clean it, you're able to do that, or if you want to upgrade it, you can do that as well. The locking collar is stainless steel, whereas the rest of the spinner is brass. But you can see, show you the bearing there. Nice stainless steel R188. Nothing too different from a lot of other spinners out there. Have the R188, fits in there very nicely, and the collar holds it in just as nicely. So you are going to get a good bearing. You're going to get a nice system to hold it in. It is very nice in that way. I just don't care too much for bar spinners that wobble like that in your hand when you try and turn them over. To me, that's more of an annoyance than anything else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this thing back together. I'm gonna let you take a look at what this thing looks like when it warps. So stay tuned and go ahead and take a peek at that, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, we're back, and I just got this thing put back together, gave it a spin, and of course, and I just cannot get over that violent wobble and loss of momentum in this thing when you turn it over. That to me is almost a deal breaker. I mean, I bought this because I saw it online. I thought it looked really cool, and you can pick it up at Amazon, and I will leave a link down in the description so that you can pick it up if you'd like it, if you'd like what you see. Personal preferences for me, and I've said it all along, that's what these spinners are all about as far as what you like. It's all personal preference, and I am not a big fan of that violent wobble when you turn it over. So that being said, we'll go ahead and we'll move on, and I'll give you a weight and a size of this thing. Let's go ahead and do the size first. I got my calipers out here. Let's see what she measures in at. See if it focuses in. Yeah, almost 2.5 inches across. The depth of the buttons, I'm guessing, is probably going to be closer to about a half an inch. Seems to be pretty standard. And yes, it is half an inch on the spread. Now let's give it a weight. See what she weighs in at. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but that's just because it's brass. But let's see what let's go with ounces first. Yeah, 1.89 ounces, so it's didn't even hit the 2 ounce mark. Let's see what she says in grams. All right, here's what it is in grams. Let's move it out there a little bit. See, it's 53.5 grams, so yeah, it has some weight. It's not the heaviest I've seen, obviously, and it's definitely not the lightest either. It's just, to me, this is a good, more of a tabletop kind of spinner. It will sit on your hand, and it'll do just fine sitting on your hand. It'll do fine, you know, if you want to hold it vertically. You just get that wickedly bad wobble, and just the thing slows down, almost comes to a stop. So to each his own. I'm not a big fan of bar spinners like this that lose a lot of momentum when you flip them. It is a nice design. It's a nice, you know, it has a nice look to it. To me, it's just not, it's not my cup of tea. So, you know, I could do with or without it. I picked it up because I liked the way it looked, and this was one of the first bar spinners I had besides the Fidget-N-Style, which did not do that. So I guess I figured they all didn't, but come to find out that they do. So I'm not a big fan of that, and that's okay. Some people are, and that's why, you know, I got this, and that's why I'm reviewing it. I'm just giving you my thoughts, and you may like it, and that's great. It's all personal preference. If that's the kind of spinning experience you like, then hopefully this spinner will do exactly what you want it to do, and that's give you some enjoyment. So I want to thank you for watching. If you would do me a favor, click the like button down below. I would greatly appreciate that. And up in the upper left hand corner there will be a subscribe button. If you'd pound on that, I'd appreciate that as well as a another video up in the right hand corner. You can take a peek at that as well. So once again, my name's Alan. Thanks for hanging out with me a bit today. I do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Until the next video, peace.